Welcome to Time Well Spent, a podcast from LaborSync, the only real-time, multilingual timesheet software your business will ever need. So picture your typical morning, right? It's like 7 a.m., you haven't even finished your coffee, and your phone is already vibrating off the nightstand.
Oh, yeah, the classic morning drill.
Right. I mean, contractors are calling because they can't find a gate code, an employee's truck won't start, and you're staring down 3 bids that are due by noon. And to you, in that exact moment, every single one of those feels like priority number one.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Exactly. So today on Time Well Spent, we're diving into a LaborSync blog article to really unpack why treating everything as an emergency basically guarantees you'll fail at all of them.
Well, it's because when you react to every single fire with, equal urgency, you actually stop managing your business. You essentially become this full-time firefighter who has completely forgotten how to be an architect.
An architect, I like that. And I think we actually lose sight of what the word priority even means, right? The blog article brings up this amazing historical gem. The term actually comes from the Latin word prior, meaning the first.
Right, the very first. Singular.
Exactly, singular. Like for 500 years, it was strictly singular. You only get one first thing. The article uses this great analogy. It's like a sports tournament. You just can't have 5 number 1 seeds.
Yeah, that turn-in analogy is so perfect because pluralizing the word priority, like saying you have 5 priorities, it doesn't actually give you more winners. It just creates what the software world calls strategic thrash.
Wait, strategic thrash, what exactly is that?
So thrash is this phenomenon where you get, say, 20% into a project, and then you just drop it because a new emergency pops up, so you pivot to something else. I mean, having multiple firsts is really just a disguised list of your business anxieties.
A list of anxieties. Wow. And that thrash creates massive execution gaps, doesn't it? The goalposts are constantly moving, which, that just burns out your highest performing employees.
Oh, absolutely. It completely crushes morale.
But let me push back on that for a second, because doesn't society usually reward that kind of grind? Think about the guy staying in the office until 9:00 p.m. to manually figure out payroll. He's usually considered the hero of the company for putting in the hours.
Well, sure, that is a super common mindset, but the article points out it's fundamentally flawed. If that guy is staying until 9:00 p.m. because he's disorganized and doing manual math on the back of an envelope, he's actually a liability, not a hero.
Wait, a liability? Just because he's doing things the old-fashioned way?
Yeah, exactly, because the market rewards clarity, not effort. Your customers don't care how much you sweat over an invoice, they just care that it's accurate and on time.
Okay, so real growth isn't about hustling harder. It's about removing friction. Like doing that manual low-value work is kind of like trying to drive a sports car with a parking brake on. You're burning a ton of energy, but barely moving forward.
Precisely. It's exactly. And if we want to release that parking brake and stop all that strategic thrashing we talked about, we have to aggressively audit the noise. You need to find your lead domino.
Your lead domino, meaning you look at your massive task list and ask, if I knock this one thing down, what other 3 tasks instantly become irrelevant?
Yes. And once you identify that domino, you have to get comfortable saying, not now to the tasks that are just loud, but not actually urgent. For field operations, the ultimate lead domino is usually offloading the busy work.
Right, because you shouldn't be wasting your brain power on data collection that a computer can handle perfectly.
Exactly. You want to be the architect, right? Not the guy doing the manual math at 9:00 p.m.
Which brings us right to a practical solution. If your real priority is being an architect rather than a firefighter, you have to automate the noise. That's exactly where a tool like LaborSync comes in. It acts as that lead domino by managing your mobile workforce productivity, so you just don't have to.
Yeah, it takes that manual friction like a 4-hour Sunday night payroll headache and turns it into a 5-minute export. By letting the software collect the data from the field, you instantly buy back the mental bandwidth that the whole grind was eating up.
Right, buy back time.
Exactly. You can use that time to land bigger contracts, train a new foreman, or frankly, just finally take a Saturday off.
Yeah, you're reclaiming your time, not just your schedule.
Yeah.
So I have a final thought to leave you with. When you finally clear away that friction and automate the noise, the sudden silence in your day might actually feel a little deafening at first. But what kind of legacy could you build with all that newfound mental space?
That is definitely a powerful question to ask yourself.
This episode of Time Well Spent was brought to you by LaborSync. Track employee hours and job site locations in real time from any device. Start your risk-free trial today at laborsync.com.